In this video, I want to talk about why bother illuminating the hidden curriculum? Why bother trying to figure this out? Won't people just figure it out? Didn't I figure out how to eat the pizza and have the salad, and I'm still friends with Corey, right? But why bother? And I think a lot of it has to do with anxiety. Think about it like this, right? When kids get to camp, they get off the bus, their parents drop them off, they're a little bit worried about what's going on. They don't know what to do, right? And they've got this cup that they can handle so much anxiety. You know, they get off and they don't know somebody's name, and so they're a little bit worried, right? They're wearing different clothes than what other folks are wearing, right? They're like a little bit hungry. They don't know what to do about that, right? You tell them, hey, we're gonna go have lunch in a little bit, and they're like, well, what's for lunch? I don't know if I'm gonna like it. They start getting a little bit more worried. Their anxiety starts to build up, right? They're like, which bunk am I gonna get to sleep in? And they're a little bit scared about what to do. But then maybe you realize that you know their name and you use their name to make them start to feel comfortable. A little bit of that anxiety goes down, right? You start to tell them, you give them a little bit of example of what's coming next, and the anxiety goes down. But then something else happens. Maybe you tell them that they're gonna go to dinner, and when you say that they're gonna go to dinner, they think they get to eat, but actually when you go to dinner, you don't actually eat. You stand outside and you wait for a while. Then somebody makes some weird announcement that you can't really hear, and then you go inside and you wait again, and then you are vegetarian, so the food that other people are gonna eat doesn't come to the table. Anyway, all that stuff is just building and building and building and building and building and building and building, and then it overflows, right? That's what happens all the time for kids at camp. It's what happens for all of us, right? Where our cup overflows because we put too much stuff in, because we can't keep track of it. Think about when maybe you went to college for the first time, or you drove across town, a place you've gone a million times. How many times did you check your phone to figure out, are you going to the right room? Are you following the right map, right? We do that. We use that to help us understand, to reduce a little bit of anxiety. And that's your job this summer. Your job this summer is to be able to take a little bit of that tension, a little bit of that anxiety off the kids, so that there's less chance that they're gonna have meltdowns, that they're gonna be upset, that they're gonna struggle with what comes next. That's your responsibility. You have a cool opportunity to make it easier. And here's the thing. I think a lot of times during training, people are like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And you're like, If you can figure out some ways, and I'm gonna give you some specifics in a little bit, on how to illuminate the hidden curriculum, it's gonna make your life easier. You're gonna do a little more work up front to make it easier for the outsiders to become insiders, and then it's gonna be easier for you to set them up to be successful, which is gonna make your life easier, because they're gonna have clear expectations, they're gonna have clear understanding of what to do, and they're gonna have less meltdowns and less upset feelings, which is gonna make your life better.